Alrighty. Didn't move with camera, so I found it pretty pointless. That's fair. But, version 8 news. We're gonna start with the more stuff they dropped for Stormkaiser, and then we'll continue down the list. I don't know what extension it's wanting additional permissions on. We're gonna ignore that. So, Stormkaiser. Stormkaiser is a feature known as the hit counter, which accumulates based on the number of times damage is dealt, causes special move damage to increase each time it reaches a certain value. It possesses many multi-hit special moves, making it a job that can boost special move damage via the hit counter while delivering a high number of attacks. This is nothing new, but I believe we'll actually get to see it here. You can see the hit counter in the bottom left corner there. Yeah, that is the hit counter. And as you can see, that went up to 6. And I want to see this again. I'm just glad a lot of people are immediately on that OT remake. We'll get into that in a bit. Are immediately going, it looks like Unreal. And it's like, I don't think it does. Like, does it look more realistic? Yes, but I wouldn't say it looks Unreal sloppy. All right, let me turn my face off for a minute again, because they're going to show you the difference in damage. So this should be the same move, I believe. Really? Really? You're getting over my face here? It was just for Google friggin' Translate? Yes, you can update it. Get out of my face, bro. You did not seriously drag me all the way here to beg me to donate, did you? Get out of here. Anyway, this is at 0. Let's go all the way back. That's how I use this face. That's fair. So 0 hit counter. This looks like it is a non-charge attack. There's some kicks in there too. 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. And he's only level 130 too, so he's 10 below the cap. Oh, this is still on 0. That's a charge move. Here's with 100 hits. Sheesh. They're gonna do a direct exactly for Zelda. No, exactly. I 100% agree. Like everyone is using the engine for BTW. For Breath of the Wild, exactly. Legrand, welcome back in. Man, I hate that the leakers won this time. I mean, you know, since it's dropping this year. No, you're right. All right, we've got a side-by-side. And that's with 100 hits. So that's that was the one that was an uncharged move. So that was a regular attack. That was the Unga Bunga equivalent. That was your freaking Guardian Light Slash, your a cut above type move. Yeah, and then they're just kind of playing it. What sword was that? That looked like... We have that sword in game, I'm positive, yeah. Yeah, I know exactly which sword that is. It's a little hard to see in this shot, but... That added a buff. I am once again convinced the literal only reason the second class for this is Thief and not Dancer is because they're sticking with version 1 classes. Look at this. It is, by all accounts, a Blade Dancer. All right, there's the Storm Enveloped state. That's the big one. So what that does is it adds more hits to your attacks. You can see the third there, which you activate that. And then that causes the enemy. Did the thing land? I don't think it landed. but you can envelop yourself in wind and the enemy, and doing both creates a whole ton of things. I find it interesting that they're using actual swords for this, like in that animation, and not just kind of light like they usually do. All right, so he's in the storm enveloped state. Shh, that was 8 hits. A long clip. That kind of added just 1 more, I think. I didn't see what changed on that one. Doesn't help that the whole clip's in Japanese. Anyway, the Storm Kaiser job change quest will be accepted at the Master's Hut, which is newly accessible from the Suzuki Plains, provided that you meet the conditions such as having Thief and Battle Master jobs at level 100 or higher, and having cleared all job quests. Which, this we knew. This talks more, and yeah, okay, so here's the Storm State. As this gets higher, that'll do more at certain thresholds. Whoa, what's that armor? That looks like my top, but with different sleeves. Show it to me again? They're not gonna. Yes, and here we go. Storm Kaiser's exclusive special moves. Whirlwind Frenzy. 5 wind elemental attacks on a single enemy. Favorable Wind Dance increases one's own evasion rate. Attack foes to raises by 2 stages. Storm Cloak enters a state that deals additional wind elemental damage, and a 6-fold Storm Assault. 6 elemental wind attacks at random enemies within attack range. And yeah, we've seen these. We just saw them in the video. Yeah, there's the Storm Cloak. Storm Kaiser's exclusive special move, Wind and Cloud Dance, increases one's own movement speed, adds 2 stages of attack power. It's just not double up, it's what do they change that to? Whatever they changed double up to, I always forget the name. But Tornado Whirlwind, wind attribute is, actually we can just look. I'm brain farting on the name. Boop. Settings, character, battle, edit skills, sort. Quick Arts. It's just Quick Arts by a different name. But yeah, Wind and Cloud is adds tone, movement speed, 2 stages of attack power. Tornado Whirlwind, wind attribute attack. The enemies to attack enemies around oneself, further reduces wind resistance. Fierce Wind, Sky Severing Slash, name pending in Clarity, I guess. Wind attribute attack to a single enemy, further envelops oneself in a storm state. Yeah, so we see at 5 hits, 10 hits, and then I don't know if there's any in between. That seems to go up. They haven't told us how we lose it yet. This is the other thing I find very interesting. I actually retweeted this one already. Storm Kaiser's weapon skill lines are all unique for one-handed sword, dagger, fan, and spear. Dual wielding is possible with everything except for spear. Thanks to its unique skill effect, dual wielding is only possible with weapons of the same type. But the left-hand power is boosted more than dual wielding in other vocations, which is actually pretty significant. Obviously, I cannot read any of this. I pretty much gotta wait for Clarity junk, but wow. And then of course the tornado. Storm Kaiser's pepped up or in the zone technique, Blessing of the Spiritual Bird, enters a storm cloud state and further enters a state that deals additional damage separate from Stormclad. It also grants the same effects as Fang God Ascension, 2 stages of attack. Oh, okay, the other thing. And yeah, so do it. Oh, wow. So if you have this, you don't need to worry about, that's nice. Because like one of the things that's frustrating with Battle Master is you got to double up before you use anything. Not double up, but you know what I mean. Quick Arts. Storm Kaiser's zone technique, Tempest Emperor Slash. The damage dealt increased based on the number of the hit counter. It is effective to rack up hits in the zone and unleash the final blow right before it ends. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Storm Kaiser's job is available in all 3 episodes, starting the day... All 3 episodes. Starting the day, episode 8 update. After clearing the job clear, you can getting the job clear, you can access it. They are the storm that is approaching. Okay, and that is all for the Storm Kaiser stuff. All right, we've got the usual. All right, here's what we're looking for. I want this. This is a different thread. They didn't thread the whole thing this time, which is mildly annoying. Did they reveal which 2 vocations we need to get 100 for Storm Kaiser? Battle Master and Thief. And after seeing gameplay footage, I'm going to be a broken record about this till the end of time. I'm so sorry. It should have been Battle Master and Dancer. The only reason it's not is because they're sticking to the version 1 vocations, because that's just a Blade Dancer. Changed my mind. Here's another one that I already retweeted, but we're going over it here. So now, with version 8, you'll be able to go through the Royal Labyrinth and Zelmir at least once a day without expending either your seeds of courage, your courage stones, or a Zelmir coin, which is particularly interesting. Let's see. Super adding convenient tool. They're adding. Oh yeah, we're getting more weapon charms. We're getting this cool looking wind one with like the not the wind, but like this butterfly-esque looking one, which is neat. You are very loud. And then this water one, which is cool, but I was kind of hoping they do, like, we'll get the wind sword eventually, you know, they're gonna do all the elements. Ooh. Yep, new dollar board, just kind of the gem mount. It's kind of lame, if I'm being honest. Let's see, adds new feature, outing defense force. You can commission your companion monsters to obtain materials such as defense medals and defense spoils. Each legion can accept 1 commission per week. So you can send your monsters on oh, that's so nice. Oh my gosh. That's incredibly nice. You know, because then, like, oh man. Because that makes weapon grinding on sub characters so much easier. One Beecher has been watching for 7 consecutive streams. Oh, see, 1000% there. The storm that is approaching. I need to go up. I missed a comment. Not that. Trying to make this bigger. Let me read my chat. YouTube works fine, but for some reason the Twitch is always the potato mode, especially on mobile. If you're trying to watch Twitch mobile, I'm so sorry for you. Twitch mobile is trash. Save up gold petals. They come each month. Yeah, right? I mean, a single gold petal by itself isn't actually worth all that much, but it is still very, very nice to be able to have that. Yeah. Wow, though. This makes me very happy. Very, very happy. No prob. Read it in a bit, though, as I am live. Dude, where is Xance? Ghost 2. Xance is offline. Why are you people never online when I like need to share the hype? This is so nice. I think this is now my favorite thing. Holy crap. Because the amount of times I like want to work on a glam or something and was like, ooh, this weapon would be cool. And then it's like, no, I don't want to do defense force right now. Just being able to send my monsters out to gather resources is so good. See at the end, right? Oh, dude, I'm so excited. I still need to see gameplay for Ocarina, but as Nick already graciously reminded us, if it's coming out this year, they're having an exclusive direct for that thing in a few weeks. Bet. Let's see. Adventuring Convenient Tool. New feature. Goddess Tree Cultivation. I can do Goddess Tree in the app? Yes! Woo! You can cultivate the goddess tree using the creation orbs you possess in the game. You can also cultivate Spirit of Dusk using the Dusk. Oh, wait. All right, I was hoping I'd be able to grind some stuff, but it looks like you still need the things from in-game, which is understandable. I would have loved for some other way to do it through the app just to save you some time. Let's see, changing some recipes for alchemy enhancement. New feature, page data, a collection of links that lets you go directly to the Awakening Adventures Plaza. Links to your browser check. Yeah. Starting from version 8.0 on Thursday, June 25th. The bonus amount of gems you can purchase at the Awakening. Okay. New Legion for Defense Force. We knew that was coming. This is one that's interesting. That's not the official. Did I get booted off the official page? I did somehow. Yeah, we saw that. Where is it? All right, here we go. Here's where we want. We want to be back here. We'll get to that in a minute then. Compatibility with Adventuring Guide version 6. When using Go Here, change that cursor's initial starting position becomes the nearest travel destination. That is nice, but not something specific. In Alliance battles, changed it so that one party member cancels when someone has completed preparations. Not everyone gets canceled. Thank you. So if one guy hits you with the, oh wait, hold on, it doesn't immediately boot everybody. See, update details, change the post frequency. That's something else. The highest rank, or oh yeah. Do you spend a ton of money on the DQ shop? Unfortunately for you, we're making it so there's another level. Spend more, idiot. Ugh. Don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, here we go. Ooh, I suddenly have headache. Hello. This one is this is technically a nerf. See, pre-planned changes for version 8.1. So this is a good while out. Starting from version 8.1, and by a while, I mean like 8 months. The damage cap per hit for the standard attack will be changed from 9,999 to 1,999. Note, this is not the player, because the player has always been this, with exception to special other moves. This will apply to all battles, including companion monsters, battle participating NPCs, and more. It is not planned to apply to Princess and Lucia. 8.1 is in October. No, 8.0. Wait, did they say October already? Look, man, I just went by the average 4 months in between expansions, so yeah, I guess we're not 4 months away from this. Ignore me. Either way, it's a while out. It's over 4. But yeah, what's interesting about this is that this affects, so if I'm reading this correctly, obviously this is translated from Japanese, so account for gurgle. This will affect your companion monsters, multiple modes, likely a good bit of nostalgia, and characters like Yushka, Meride, and other people that join your party at specific points. And it's literally nerfing them. So battles will be harder. What is interesting, and I think this is really clever from a lore perspective, it does not affect Ann Lucia. She is not getting this nerf. Which is actually crazy. Like, it is so rare these days that Ann Lucia gets a straight W. The Square really likes to use, again, it's a marketing thing. And Lucia can't have nice things because we need to give the new character the spotlight. But this is a rare instance where, wow. And if we're doing that, we better get more of her. Yeah, adjusting level 115 recipe equipment for crafting. This was neat too. You can now set it so your dollar board is random. I think you can even set it to a bit more than that. So like a couple of the different types and other things, but She's still a passenger princess. Pretty much. Probably should have used a little bit more drastically looking dollar boards on your first go there. But that is interesting that, like, it's fun. It's really easy to change your dollar board, so not necessarily necessary, but I ain't gonna say no. What is this? Wait, what did that do? Or you can randomly change it upon login. Okay. So you can have it happen every time or just when you log in? I mean, I change it on the fly all the time. Yeah, more card match stuff. I don't particularly care about that. If you do, there are other ways to find it out. You can switch and hide your artisan skills. There's the new dual board again. Nerfed monster moves. Okay, this is a big one. This is a really big one. The solo play server, where other adventurers are not displayed, will soon make its appearance. Chats and such as from other adventurers around you will also be invisible, making it perfect for solo play of Dragon Quest X online. From version 8.0 onwards, servers 18 and 19 will be set to solo play streaming okay. I hope this means you're not required to be in the... No, I doubt they'd make you required to do here for streaming, because obviously some people streaming may still want to play with a party. So that's probably just... It's probably 18 and 19 with 19 being solo play okay. Or streaming okay. But yeah, like, and then they go further into this. In solo activity server, you cannot form parties with other adventurers. Additionally, it enters a unique state with restrictions on item drops, among other things. For detailed information, please check the update for information published on the Awakening Adventures Plaza. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, Dragon Quest X, of course, is an MMO. But I have always said, and it has always remained true, that it is an it is a Dragon Quest game first and an MMO second. But even if you're not playing with other people, at least to me, seeing the world be populated by other players has always been quite appealing. You know, you warp into Maji at 2 or 3 p.m. in the US, depending on your time zone. And, you know, that's the daily rollover time in Japan. So you'll see a ton of unique people with unique costumes and everything. I understand, you know, the people will, I don't want to play an MMO. This doesn't solve that. You're still online. The only difference is you can't see other people. And they did technically already add this feature. In streamer mode, you can turn off other players. So, I don't know. I personally think it's a step a little too far, but if it's ultimately leading to them experimenting with how they'll balance some sort of forever offline mode that is not Dragon Quest X offline, that is something else, then we'll see. But just the way it, you know, this is what gets me is, of course, the balance changes. You know, enters a unique state with restrictions on item drops, among other things. That's what gets me the most. What are the other things? Is it balance changes? Because if you're balancing it for solo play, that changes a lot. But yeah, okay, more quests you can skip with the premium gold if you don't want to grind specific things. Looks like bag stuff and other things. New premium hairstyle. We're always getting more of these, so, you know. This is interesting. So the flower picking guild is being converted into a theater, which will apparently be showing different stuff than the Grand Zadora Theater. So we'll see how that works, because a lot of the stuff they've shown in the theater so far has just been previously recorded concerts that they played again and they made you buy a ticket for something that aired years ago, but that's beside the point. All right, that's something else. Yeah, here's another one. So now there's going to be a new type of subscription bonus at the end of every month, or beginning, let's see. Can't remember exactly when it says, but introducing the new monthly usage bonus coming soon. For accounts that purchase a subscription for Dragon Quest X Online, we will present you with 1 golden petal every month. We'll check the status of your subscription at the end of each month and deliver them the following. Press X to doubt a god being able to do. So reminder, that is not for bosses. It is for other party members and your monsters. I think it's going to affect your monsters first and foremost. You are also very behind, Kudo. Oh my goodness. May want to refresh your stream. But yeah. Let's see. With the introduction of the monthly usage benefit, the addition of new entries into the play continuation benefit will end going forward. However, existing implementations will not be discontinued. If you still want to be able to receive items, you reach the specified number of days. I need to check that. I don't even know if I've gotten all of those. That's funny. All right, yep, new all-in-one package at a 10% discount if you buy it now. Starting June 20, or maybe, let's see. Start now, okay, right. So at start, if you get it right at launch, you get it 10% off, which means what's 10% off 30 bucks? Because let's see. Yeah, because it's just under 5,000 yen. And percent of 30 bucks. $3. Okay, so it's like $27 if you're only getting 10. Either way, less than $30 for the entirety of Dragon Quest X is still nutty. Like, that, I think that, what, is that a full month, or does it come with a 3-month subscription? Either way, I know when you buy the full game, it comes with your first little bit of subscription, so that's, wow. Single boss fight where the Almighty joins the party. So we don't know how that'll affect it. They only gave us a few things. I don't think... I don't know if that'll affect Grand Zenith. They're usually pretty careful about that. If it's not affecting Annie, I don't think it'll affect him. But either way. Let's see. There are usage conditions. The Start Dash sale starting from June 5th. Of course, the PlayStation version has an asterisk because it's the PlayStation version and Sony sucks. What else is new? Let's see. The main story of Dragon Quest X, we've known this, will conclude during the version 8 period. Heading towards the grand finale, this is the only moment with everyone can start together all at once. Out of a desire to share this historic moment with as many people as possible, we're holding a supersized campaign aimed at returning players and newcomers alike. Yep. Version 8.0, a new reincarnated monster. Try to find out what kind of monster they are. Let's see, MP recovery upon battle end. The existence of an accessory, Ring of Inspiration, and Sorcery Ring will enhance these abilities. New Metal Slimestein stuff, new rewards at the pyramid. I'm excited for this. I'm very excited for this. Battle Renaissance. This covers the 81 boss battles that appeared in the main story of version 5 and 6. Yes! I'm very excited for this. Being able to fight the version 5 and 6 bosses again. They got on that a little faster than I thought they would. Like, I thought they'd add 5 and then make us wait even longer for version 6, but oh boy, because there's a ton of bosses in version 5 that I really want to fight again. Let's see, boot camp achievement update. You can now participate in events. The new job, Kaiser. Yep. New coin boss. I bet you if I were to ask, Shobu probably already knows what it is. Assaulted Defense Force ranks and privileges added. Added 7 new ranks. Added rank privileges to existing ranks. Supreme Commander X and Supreme Commander Z. Ashley and Leon are joining the Strange World Nostalgia side mode, which we did know was coming. Ashley can summon the Giga Sword, deals massive damage to a single enemy. Leon summons Allies Protection, invalidates damage to allies around you. So they just get to use... Interesting. Yeah, Leon can use the shield, like the true version of it. And they don't even show you a good shot of Ashley. Otherworld Nostalgia. Some elements will be relaxed. Increase the acquisition amount of Crystals of Heart and Stones of Divine Revelation. Increases the possession limit from 600 pieces to 900. Infinity increased. Okay. New battle content. Professor Monster's Adventurous Experiment is now available. A boss battle you can take together with your companion monsters. You can challenge 2 types in the ever-available solo battle and the party alliance battle, held for a limited time each month. The Professor's Monster's Adventurous Experiment differs in challenge conditions, rewards, and more between solo battles and alliance. The solo rewards, Monster Heart Crystal, can be exchanged for 1 Monster Heart with 6 pieces. More card stuff. New battle content. We just read this. All right, the new weapons. Yep, 135 weapons, newly introduced. One-handed Yumon Blade. We're not even gonna try and read that because it will get butchered. This thing looks interesting. It's like weirdly techno, and then that's just a Monster Hunter weapon, like the Helix Blade. It's like she's gonna pinch you. Yep, I don't know if I like the techno vibe of these. And they look kind of cool, but I don't know if one of these are really my thing. Those claws look really funny. The whip looks okay. That looks cool. Big ol' hammer. And yeah, I retweeted this one too. That's just Ica. That's just Ica's boomerang. Perfect figure. That's just Ica's boomerang, dude. It's like touched up, but that's just Ica's boomerang. Look at it. That's really funny. Maybe that'll be something I do for an upcoming cosplay event. Oh, wow. With like the ring around it? That's crazy. Techno Scythe. Shields are kind of All right. Superior Alchemy Stone. It appears this time allows you to alchemize enhanced equipment to level 135. We'll be grabbing the new claws. Looks neato. All right. Special training cap went from 35 to 36. Regarding nails, do not... Upper... Okay, hold on. Parameter upper limit will be changed from 1,999 to 2,999 with attack power, attack magic power, and weight. So I wasn't sure about this one because I can't read it, but I'm thinking this is saying that regular attacks can now go up to here, which is nice. Angel Slime Hat now goes through level 120, which is 5 additional levels and quite a lot at that point. And we already read the Storm Kaiser stuff. Lost Children Through Space and Time will be the game's last chapter. Hemogram alongside Kururu and new companions. Oh, whoa, hold on. Okay, there's something else under here. Yeah, introducing the world of Hemogram. The monster Maza Kavolt, which appears in Dragon Quest XI and other titles, makes its first appearance in Dragon Quest Online. Yeah, we've seen this art before. I'm gonna grab this. I want this. This is a high resolution version of this art. That desert is huge. Somebody... I know exactly what I'm doing here as soon as we can go here. It's the man. All right. Companions to the adventure in the new world together. Reuniting with the Fairy of Time, Kudududu, is setting off on adventures once again. Characters you'll meet in the new world. Yukiha, Romus, Annalise, Queen Serena. Yeah, Queen Serena. And Haido? Not quite Otis, but like it's another world Otis, dude. Like, again, it really is like an alternate timeline. Oh. Are you telling me we have alternate timeline Dustin who's smart? Oh, that's good. Where's Shobu? I'm sending him this right now. He's probably already seen it, but holy sh... Oi, get out of that outfit, Tenkun. You have your own armor. I love how they can't decide. If you go through Dragon Quest X marketing, they genuinely cannot decide half the time what outfit in gameplay to put Tenkun in, because sometimes they'll do the Divine set, which is his set, and other times they'll just do the Warrior set again. It's really funny. Define smart. Fair. I mean, hey, either way, it's different interests. Voice acting the characters appear in the main storyline. All right, this is what I was reading a second ago. I'm interested in this. Newly created characters can start their story from... Oh, it's just this again. Who have already been created and have progressed through the story can skip ahead. Yeah. Desktop background. I've got a few. In fact, I've got stuff from the opening as my background right now. Oh, it's the bell. So this is our new warp. New item, Bell of Time Crossing. This is an item that allows you to travel back and forth between Astoltia and Yumaground. Or move within Yumaground by registering bells of passage scattered throughout various locations. Yeah, it's the new warp. All right, well, that's kind of it, I think. A much better cover than the version 7 cover. Hopefully we can get it without text on it relatively soon. I don't even remember how to get to this map, dude. I think you get to it. Parallel 2. We don't know. I don't think it'll be exclusively like version 2. I think it's a complete alternate reality of Astoltia. Because remember, we've gone through plenty of time, but you know, it's lost children of time and space. We've done the time hopping. Now it's time for a proper dimension hop. And what better place to do that than with a parallel dimension of Astoltia? Which is why there are so many characters, heck, we just looked at them, that are so distinctly the same, yet so different. Yukiha looks like she could be a descendant of Alvin and Camille that, like, survived. Obviously, freaking Romas is Toma, but he's, like, alive in this timeline. Annalise is just... Come on, it's in Lucia, we all know. We did rebirth the Astoltia, yeah, pretty much. But obviously we know this is somewhere else. I know there was a Japanese theory that like all the things that were lost to time is what makes up this, but I don't know about that because the world looks too consistent. But yeah. Leah, their names are all different. I'm brain farting on her actual name. We have officially changed the world by destroying it. Yes. However, the world as we know it is still intact. So this is somewhere else. Is very important. I am brain farting on her name. It's Otis and Celia? Obviously, none of their names are the same, so ultimately it doesn't really matter, but... that headache came back something fierce. Ooh.